My name is Sarah Moody, and I am a senior studying political science and international studies. No, in some instances I have used textbooks a lot, but I had, for example, I had a textbook this year that if I were to have bought the newest edition, it would have been $200. Luckily, my professor didn't mind us buying an older edition, so I got it for $20 and I use it every day. Super justifiable. I've bought textbooks though that are 50 to 100 or 100 to 200 where I've only used it once or twice in a class. So, no. Yeah, I try to stay on top of it, so I have to think far in advance. It gets a little more of a struggle with the spring semester because it's such a quick turnaround. But for the fall semester, I have to plan out at least in July, okay, I need to start buying my textbooks as soon as the textbook list comes out, so that way I'm not stuck with my university bill being due and having to pay for my textbooks right in August. So it's mostly just trying to plan ahead so I don't get stuck with two bills at once. Yes, because you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons when you're buying textbooks. I could wait and see if we're actually going to use it, but sometimes if you wait, it turns out the first day of class you need to have a paragraph or a chapter or do problems for the next class period you meet. So then you're trying to scramble and find a friend in the class to see if you can borrow their book or ask the professor if they can upload pages online. So it definitely has affected my education before. I pay for my education myself. My parents help me out by giving me a free place to live because I still live at home. But I have to worry about, I usually have some parts of my U-bill left over after all my scholarships and loans and things. So I have to worry about making sure I allocate enough money where I can pay off my U-bill and not have to pay late fees, and then also worry about, I can't afford both my U-bill and my textbooks in one paycheck. So sometimes I've been a little scrounged, sometimes you have to put it on the credit card and worry about making sure you pay that off later. So it has kind of negatively affected me financially. Yeah, I've had professors who have written their own textbooks and they've given us free access to them, or professors who have used open education resources, so I haven't had to pay for the textbook. Just that not having to worry about buying textbooks for a class, because I've had professors, some professors who haven't even necessarily used open education resources, but we've only used articles or things like that we can find online or through the library. It's just really useful, and it takes a lot of stress off of your education in general because you can focus more on learning the material than worrying about paying for it.